Hello. In today's video, we'll discuss how you shouldn't let anyone silence you. Have you ever noticed how people, narcissists in particular, love to put other people in a box, even including what we talk about? So many people don't like to deal with topics outside of their comfort zone. So if you discuss these topics, they say you're weird, you're too serious, negative, bitter, dwelling in the past, and other nonsense. I've experienced this quite a bit firsthand. When people find out what I blog and write about, many people feel free to open up to me about their own narcissistic mother, father, in-laws, or former spouse. But there are also many people who are immediately uncomfortable. They say things like, "You need to let that go. Why not focus on positive things?" Statements like this are very frustrating, invalidating, and hurtful. Some people are so uncomfortable just talking about abuse in any form. They want victims to forgive and forget, to understand that their abuser is a wounded person, which is why that person hurt you, and you can't be angry because of that. Victims are the ones who are supposed to do all of the work, all of the forgiving, all the understanding, and all the healing, while the perpetrator receives no blame. Virtually no one confronts most abusers, especially narcissists. Instead, many people insist on silencing the victims or denying the abuse ever happened, especially if the abuser is a family member. If you've been abused, then I encourage you to talk about it. Break that silence. Talk to safe people. Blog. Write a book. Do whatever you're comfortable with. Talking about your story releases its power over you. It also helps to raise awareness of the signs of abuse and also the symptoms someone may experience when they're being abused. Telling your story also encourages and helps others who are suffering in silence. Possibly it may even give them the courage to open up about their pain. That's how I started to heal. I joined an online message board and met other women who experienced abusive mothers. This led to me healing and learning, and eventually learning about narcissistic personality disorder. Eventually, God graced me with the ability to speak openly about what I've experienced, which has helped quite a few other daughters of narcissistic parents. I now know that speaking about narcissistic abuse is what God wants me to do in my life, to raise awareness of this insidious form of abuse and to help other people heal. So now if people tell me to be more positive and stop living in the past, although it may hurt a bit, I just ignore them. Writing about what I write about is a calling, and I'm blessed to be able to help others with this calling. Don't let other people dictate what you can talk about. If you feel you need to share your story, then by all means share it however you want to. Blog, write a book, speak to groups, but do whatever you feel in your heart you need to do. When you do speak out, though, know it may be difficult. Speaking about such intimate details of your life, especially when you were scared into secrecy, is quite scary at first. But remember, this is your story, and you have every right to share it as much or as little as you wish. The author Anne Lamott said, "You own everything that happened to you. Tell your stories. If people wanted you to write warmly about them, they should have behaved better." Her words are so very true. They also helped me a great deal when I wrote my autobiography, Emerging from the Chrysalis. If you're looking to share your story in order to heal, that's a great step. I encourage you, though, to be very wise with whom you share it. Oddly, most people closest to us are also the ones who are the least supportive in these situations. You may be better off finding a caring therapist, a support group, or even an online group. Strangers can be more validating than those closest to us in these situations. Thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you next time.